I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got the...
Amir Khan. Kell Brook.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure to be in this. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Clean left jab. It's all offense all the time. That hook is parried away. In their first fight, Amir Khan was beaten comprehensively, but he's decided to take the rematch. Maybe he knows something that we don't.
You saw the result. Round fight finished in 6 rounds. Now they're going to do it again because Amir Khan needs redemption. He needs to prove it was a mistake. It was luck. So, this is that fight that answers everybody's questions. That answers everybody's stroke of luck, everybody's genius, everybody's look at the Irish, whatever you say it is. This is that fight.
Lands the jab. You'd like to see more jabs. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The perfect counter lands. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That bell could not have...
Get back out there and switch on.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter shot lands. Can't land that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. Hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood test. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the... 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will continue.
Did you see that? This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. On to the third. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These punches coming from every angle. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Missing with the left hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Punch, counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who... There's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
Do you believe this? Nice slip to avoid the jab. A lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice stop, but that won't score. Nice defense on that left uppercut. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Swing and a miss with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. Here's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. He got out of the way of that right hook. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That jab misses. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. That punch lands. Nope, that uppercut does not score. That one will count. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. On to the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Missing with the hook. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Trying to land that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Those counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This fight has a real good flow to it. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab does not score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's Amir Khan in some real trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And he blocks the left uppercut. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They exchange punch. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And the referee will allow this to continue. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
It's hard, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system. So a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. After what we saw, it's round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Caution being thrown to the wind. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Amir Khan is rocked! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Caught him. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different...
There's the bell to start round 11. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Oh, what a punch! Nice idea, and that hook lands. Solid punch. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
These two fighters are made for one another. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. And there's the bell to start round 12. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That's another scoring shot. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Blocks that left hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Hey, those punches add up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
That's lights out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Richardson, are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement.